Okay. I'm assuming things are not going to look weird. And nothing will be weird. Everything will be just fine. Alright. Let's get into some Samurai Warriors. Oh, I didn't post it in the, Why did Discord just pop up? Looks like your avatar needs a new look. Come buy a new one in the store. Get the hell out of my life. What are you talking about? That private investment capital is starting to kick in, Not a fan of that. Anyway, let's get to the actual game. Samurai Warriors 5. Now, I'm going to preemptively have my volume mixer open because Windows these days is... Okay, it didn't launch at the right res either. That's probably not a good sign. Now it did. Yep, I'm keeping this muted until it's actually up and going. D3D proxy window is the name of Samurai Warriors 5 on Windows, by the way. Let me get this showing for you real quick. There we go. Volume seems correct. I don't have to panic. Okay, everything went perfectly fine. Very rare in the world of Windows these days. I really wonder when they're like actually truly sincerely going to lock the hell in, because the last thing they commented on was that their priority now is to make sure that gamers have a streamlined experience and that they have less stutter and all this other stuff now when you read about it. And it's like, well, there's the first sign that the cracks are showing is them addressing it, right? Because if you can't even make the most indebted Windows users, which I'm a part of that group, but the reason I'm a part of the indebted Windows user group is not, no way, I'm never using Linux, fuck that. It's that Linux driver stuff is really bad, and then you say it to, if you said that to 10 Linux users, 8 of them would go arguing with you, and 2 would go, yeah. Because they're honest, right? Like, if I had all my devices actually work in Linux natively without any issue, I'd be like, okay, well, that would be one step better than Windows, but even the step that you have to take for that is really bad, so. As a streamer, it's more complicated than just firing up an OS to use Discord, Firefox, and Steam. Like, you could do that and not have too big of an issue, depending on your GPU, but everything else is like, do you actually support my audio interface? Like, really? Actually? It always comes down to crap like that, you know? Anyway. We are now actually on Chapter 3, finally. Got everything else done. We are playing on hard mode for anybody tuning in now or in the future again. So, I'm glad I started on hard mode and didn't just settle for doing it normal then switching later. I think doing it from the ground up was a good decision. Because you actually feel the true raw challenge of it. The only problem is that when it's a story-based thing like this, you inevitably baby the 2 main characters of each path. Mitsuhide and Nobunaga, in this case, right? Anyway, let's find out what happens after all of this. I wonder how many chapters there are. I wonder if it's going to be a format of 5. We'll find out, right?
永禄8年、京では時の将軍が三好三人衆や松永久秀に討たれる事件が起きる。乱世が混迷を極める一方で、織田信長は稲葉山城を攻略して斎藤義達を討ち取り、ついに美濃を制圧。本拠を稲葉山城に移して岐阜城と改めた信長は天下一新の志を掲げて上洛を目指すこととなる。上洛戦の初手として信長は北近江の浅井家と越前の名家
I know
朝
he's
倉
in
家に
this.
協力を要請した。
It was interesting reading about him.
しかし両家からの返答はなく、しびれを切らした信長は近江への侵攻を決めたのだった。信長編第3章、天かける北近江の戦い。
Okay, here we go. I do think they'll introduce Yasuke around the capital time when he kind of establishes there at this somewhat central E areas. I would think that's when they would do the introduction, based on history.
いよいよ上洛戦だな。近江の浅いっつったが軽くぶっ潰してやろうぜ。
年へ何度言ったらわかるんだ。潰すんじゃない。力を見せつけて従わせるんだ。
浅井家は越前の朝倉家ともつながりが深い。味方につけておくに越したことはない。
I have to move my camera for this game.
私も戦って敵を減らすやり方よりも盟約を結んで味方を増やす方がいいと思うな。
それに浅井家の当主長政という男は義理堅い上になかなか気骨のある若武者だとか。
この戦がうまくいけば上洛が一気に近づく。皆心して臨め。
みんな張り切っているようね。私も一緒に行っていいかしら。
まあお前を縛る者はもう何もない。共に戦うならいずれ今日の都も見られるだろう。
半兵衛、いよいよ信長様が上洛に向けて動くぞ。ここでまた大手柄を上げりゃいずれオイラも一国一城の主くらいにゃ成り上がれるかもしれね
へえ、一国一城でいいんだ。秀吉って意外と夢が小さいんだね。
え。なんだと？もちろん一国一城じゃ終わらねえ。100万石の大大名にだってなってやるよ。
そうそう、夢は大きくね。じゃないと僕も力の貸しがいがないし。
おうよ、一緒にでっかい夢を叶えようじゃねえか。ってことで次の戦も頼むぞ、半兵衛。
うん、頑張るよ。秀吉が目いっぱい
Shut
成
the
り上が
camera
れ
off
るよ
just
う
for
に
the
ね。
cutscene. But yeah, here we go. And yeah, I did announce it on Twitter and Blue Sky, but I will be playing Pokemon Conquest this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was thinking of doing the Dragon Quest XI's ending on Friday, like rebroadcasting it, but I figured that would not be a good time slot for that because it absolutely would not fill the 3 to 5 plus hours that I normally do on a weekend. So I'd rather just like kind of do that before or after a stream, like put it on the live tab so people have it in a decent order, you know? So we'll see what happens, right?
俺のやり方。
Yeah, Pokemon
見せて
Conquest
やろう。
is going to be really fun. I had a really good time testing it. This is such a pain in the ass looking map. You can just feel it. You can feel it. Oh, wait, it's just Nobunaga. I actually didn't expect that. I haven't really done much with the horse, have I? No, I haven't. No? You have no training ready, right? No. No. And... Okay, let's go. But he's pretty leveled, so it's gonna be fun. Oh, I haven't read this one.
この戦で俺たちの力を浅井勢に示す。目指すは小谷城本丸にいる長政だ。進め。
来たな織田信長。みんな落ちすなよ。じきに朝倉の援軍が来てくれるはずだ。
That's a clean entry. You gotta give me that.
怪しい動きをしてる人たちがいるな。早めに倒しておくのが上策かも。
You gotta play that. That's alright. It's these archers too on the side that are giving me a headache. But getting low health here will benefit me. So. Oh, I'm on it.
あの砦が手薄みたい。
There we
あ
go.
そこ
Get
を
my
奪っ
true
ちゃえ
moves
ば
so prepared.
本丸を
And
攻める足がかりにできそうだ。
さすが半兵衛。
now just can't don't die to the archers randomly.
次はあの砦を狙うぞ。開門。
怪しい動きは封じられたみたい。
くそ。伏兵を仕込むつもりがどうやらカンパされたようだな。織田勢が攻めてきたぞ。砦を守れ。
Yep, that looks annoying.
間もなく出撃だ。準備を急げ。
Let's go.
味方の進路を邪魔されないように赤い勢の動きに注意しておこう。
Oh, that's right. I lengthened that combo. That is right. I forgot to use that final move.
上洛はならん。
It's been a while since I really had to deal with
力
that.
を見せつけ従わせるのだ。
今川斎藤を破った男。
It feels so weird when you play a game like this after a
どれ
while.
ほどのもんか楽し
Like
み
you
だ。
really start understanding the subsystems like through the game. Oh, easy cowboy.
この俺を止めようとて無駄よ。
It is kind of a little bit weird though, because you kind of evolved into the world of like just the ultimate abilities seem to be the be all end all.
やった。これで次の策を打てるよ。
I'm not so sure I like the subsystem they introduced this much. I don't hate it. Like I can see that about hyper attacks pretty easy.
南側から攻めるのみでは本丸を破るのは難しかろうな。よし、俺は本隊を率いて西側へ回る。残る者たちはこのまま南側より攻め続けよう。
承知。オイラたちにお任せくだされ。
敗北条件変更。
織田勢はこの砦にて食い止める。
開門。
目障りだ。壊してくれ。
See you later, buddy. Oh really? It's all the way over there? That's surprising.
ただいま着陣いたした。我らも加勢
But
し
that
よう
not-
ぞ。
I forget that move doesn't count for interrupting them on their specials. It's a totally different way of ruling
我が
towards
策
that one.
ナレリだ。うまく援
It's
軍
not
を
hard
呼
to
び込
break
めたみ
through
たい。
that. Damn.
蹴散らしてやる
Yeah,
わ。
I'm gonna lose the
やる
combo.
ぞ。
開門。
I'll look an S rank every single
Cool.
mission. Well, I
威
mean, I
勢
still
の
have
いい
time.
将が出てきたな。だが俺の邪魔はさせん。
Now we start naming
俺は戦を絡め。わしが守らねば。
Wait, how do you get around this? Oh,
入る。覚悟せい。
I don't think I'm gonna kill him yet. Oh, never mind. Yes, I am.
この俺を
Oh,
止め
you
よ
know
う
the
とて
counter
無
so
駄
that
よ。
through me. I wonder what the conditions for
壊し
that
て
are.
くれ。
I've been thinking about
敵
it.
将討ち取ったぞ。
Dang.
聞かせていただこう。
Also, it is weird that they get a recovery
退けたよう
block
だ
when
な。
they stand up after getting
こ
hit by
のまま
that.
敵本丸を目指すぞ。
西に回った味方も頑張ってるみてえだな。オイラたちも負けてられねえぞ。
Yeah, there, and there we go. Oh my god, Nobunaga is so strong. That doesn't count either, I forgot. That's not considered a real stun for this. But this is.
京極丸で敵を食い止めれば吉影様も安心のはず。
I like kind of slowly learning like this sub-ruling so that every like Warriors game, it's like, oh, that's different from this other Warriors game because they changed it that this doesn't count as a block or a recovery time or something. It's probably easier for applying like fighting game knowledge to that stuff, but again, that's not much worth it, right? Oh god, it's these guys. I hate these guys so much.
敵は南側から攻められるのを嫌がって増援を送り込むはず。
Gonna make it easier for my comrades. If I was trying to roleplay like actually playing this by design. It is interesting that you kind of travel faster in your horse sometimes. I'm not sure if Nobunaga does necessarily 100%, but it certainly feels at least most of the way there. Does this count for breaking through? Sure, that defense buffs do. I don't know if that I did not. That's a missing. But, oh well, goodbye. Good overkill. Yeah, these guys are actually the guys you can't physically fight through. You have to use a special. It's too easy with Nobunaga now. Even on hard mode. That's what's weird.
信長様の前に敵はいねえな。開門。これで進めるな。
Oh, drop the combo by a
先を
second.
急ぐぞ。
Get the hell off me. These guys that you can't physically attack but have to use specials on, they're like the perfect like rage bait enemy, I think. Just when you can't pass through with anything you're doing, same with the horse, you get to actually deal with them with a move.
兄様、私も戦うよ。浅井の大将を倒せばいいんだよね。
I don't recognize your voice actors. Oh, I think she plays Nene. Kunoichi.
厄介そうなのがいるな。長政と戦う
And
前
here
に
we
あいつを
goodbye.
倒しておかねばなるまい。
Center it.
そこのお前。やられろ。俺をうつけと侮ったか。なんと見事な。
Oh, I was hoping he actually recovered faster so he'd run into that. Bye-bye. Oh my god, there's a drum corps captain here this whole time. I could have killed him to make that a lot easier, but I guess it's fun to do it that way too. Rebellion's here. That'll catch you boys up to no good.
Nobunaga殿、久しいな。息災だ。人の言葉を皆まで聞かず、未だうつけか。そういうお前こそ相変わらずの石頭だな。お前はよ、俺が切る。
開門。
Oh shit, he's got a super bow. That did nothing to him. What the hell? Does he get stunned?
Yeah.
Get your friend out of the fight. We're busy 1v1. Tell your friend to get the hell out of my fight. Bad enough I gotta fight steroided version of it. I don't have an answer to this move. Hold on a minute. Get the hell out of this fight, man. I love 1v1ing in this one, though. It feels really good. Oh, that was good. Like, that parry felt awesome, right? No, you don't. No, he avoided the stun. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't figure out what he's immune to in that state. Yeah.
Watch out!
There we go. That would have killed me.
敵将討ち取ったぞ。もはやここまで。楽しめたぞ、光秀。ことが済んだらゆるりと語らいたいものだ。
皆狂っているようですね。私も今できることをなさねば。
ようやく吉影様が来てくれたか。よし、ここからが勝負だ。
勝利条件変更。
吉影様、俺は信長と直に戦ってみたい。手を貸してもらえますか。
長政殿は信長の元へどうぞ。南側の敵は
Not these guys, man. Get out of my face, please.
開門。
長政が自ら出てきた。好都合だ。相手になってやれ。
朝倉のお殿様のお出ましみたいだね。
Honestly, this game would be even better than I already like it if they would just. Let's see them, don't worry. Oh, I didn't mean to use that. If the camera was like a lot tighter. They seem to have figured it out in every other game. Hold on, I think maybe the best place for the camera is a little lower. Because I see it's blocking the map a bit, right? I can't find a perfect spot. That seems good.
織田信長、あんたがどれほどの男か
Oh no, you don't.
見せてもらおうじゃねえか。
お前が浅井長政。よく信長の器を測ってみよ。
あなた手加減してくれているの？野菜の大将は随分お優しい
My
のね。
favorite parts when you just get absolutely light speed and prove that you're not just button mashing.
可愛げのねえお連れ様だな。
Is that gonna clip him?
さすがだな。
Almost.
信長。だが勝負は
Problem is
これから
that
だ。
we are moving so fast, I can't see what the hell is happening. What do you mean? Holy crap. Defeat him with a Muso attack. Got it. Set that up easily now. This whole time.
この俺を止めようとて無駄よ。
Starting pounding like that.
その程度か。
I wish that counted. I really do. Don't kill him with this, whatever you do. Why? Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, I'm not 100% confident this next one will actually kill him. So I'm gonna get him low with just regular attacks and then do it. Fairly certain that'll do it. By a little bit. That is not good. I can't fight you. Hold on. Mr. Ozai, I'm sorry. I can't fight you yet. Let me get some Musos on. I'm trying. Could you spare a crumb of Muso? I need to use some Muso energy here. Ah! Get here! It's not your time to die yet. Don't be suicidal like that. Mr. Ozai, get the hell away.
撃前に織田勢に見つかるとは。
Oh, there we go. We got it. sir. Get that young man. There we go.
この俺を止めようとて無駄よ。邪魔はさせん。長政、ここまで。潔く負けを認めてもらおう。してくれ。
ああ、こうもやられちゃ認めるしかねえ。あんたの勝ちだ。
俺をうつけと侮ったか。
弱いやつは何も残せね
お見事にござった。邪魔はさせん。壊してくれる。よし、敵の出撃は防げたようだ。
え。よっしゃ、この勢いで攻め進むぞ。
Oh, I was hoping that first swipe would hit. No, don't. He's gonna hit me.
壊してくれる。俺をうつけと侮ったか。聞かせていただこう。
Oh my god, why is there so many people right here? What did I just walk into? Like, everyone in the whole map is right here.
やり方が強引ではありませんか。
Although, really nice timing to have low health.
強
in
引に
front of a
押
bunch
し
of
入らね
people.
ば話が進まぬのでな。
相手ではなかったか。
I'm getting Trumo, so like every.
耐えきれん。聞かせてもらう。なんと見事な。意地は見せたわ。もうよかろう。
俺たちの力、十分に示すことができた。
That was
これで
That felt
上
great.
洛への道が開けよう。
definitely a great opening mission for the stream for me to do well, I guess. Right?
信長、負けは認めるが一つ聞かせてくれ。あんたはなんで上洛を目指すんだ。
乱世の断りを壊し、天下一新をなす。そのためだ。
天下一新か。いい響きだな。その野望、俺にも協力させてくれねえか。ただし、朝倉には手を出さないでくれ。あそこと俺の家とは古い付き合いなんだ。
Why would he be the deciding factor?
では、この盟約を確かなものとしたい。例えば、当家と縁組を結ぶのはどうだ。
兄様、それは私が浅井家に嫁ぐということ？急にそんな。
姫様にそんな顔をされたら俺も即答はできねえな。この話はまた次の機会とさせてくれ。
ならば一、次の戦で長政の勇姿をよく見ておけ。縁談の話はその後でまた考えるとしよ
うん、わかった。
What was the special? Oh. That was not the result I expected to see there. Really? The expectations are high on this one. Really? I haven't seen the tarot cards yet. Okay. Well, once we actually get someone who uses that primarily, I'll maybe care, right? Bullsun Cycle. You're looking stoic as ever.
う。光秀、久しいな。すでに浅井との盟約はなった。もう朝倉も我らの敵ではない。安心しろ。
信長殿、あなたは今天下一新を掲げて上洛を目指していると聞いた。天下一新とは。
ああ、 俺は乱世の断りに抗えず大事な弟に死を命じた。その時誓いを立てたのだ。大切なものすら守れぬこの乱世を壊し尽くし天下を一から作り直すと。上洛はその過程に過ぎん。
そうか、信長殿。俺も乱世を憎む者の一人だ。俺の正しきを貫くため共に戦わせてほしい。
いつかまたお前と共に歩める日が来ると思っていた。歓迎しよう。後ろの者たちも一緒か。
それがしは明智家に仕える身ゆえ、殿が織田に参じるならば共に行くのみ。
俺も光秀と一緒に行くよ。もし上洛がなれば尼子最高にも近づけそうだ。
信長殿、この者は山中鹿之助という出雲尼子家の旧臣で主家再興を志す者だ。
そうか、いい面構えをしているな。利光も鹿之助も光秀を支えてやるといい。
はい、信長様、よろしく頼みます。
When I was watching the cutscene, I kept thinking of some. I'm like, you know, thinking about old Japanese castles and some homes. Now I know some of the schemes to heat places, but I'm like, man, what do you think the temperature was in that meeting? If that was in real life. Like, let's say there was a winter campaign. Is it gonna be like awkward where like there's actually heat rising from like an underground, like, because I know the way they used to do it back then was the heat from the bottom up, and they like made this very elaborate ways of doing it that would go up. I'm very curious if that room was like really awkwardly hot or cold, or like that weird like in between where like there's obviously a draft but like it's being slightly tempered by random patches of heating. You know what I mean? Like what was the situation like back then? I should really actually do this off stream. I really need to. Oh my god, I gotta sell all these too. Lots of gold now. I don't like projectile attack. No, doesn't even. It just doesn't make sense, right? I literally don't care about that one. And I leave behind slightly lower level ones just in case like another character takes over, right? Makes sense.
またのお越しを。
いらっしゃいませ。毎度ありがとうございます。ありがとうございました。
今日はいかがなさいますか。
May as well make the poster boys even better. But how, right? No, I want to save skill points actually. Don't need that. I will do that one though. Only because I have a feeling he is going to need to be actually prepared for a fight here. I don't know yet, but maybe, right? I'm gonna not touch anything else. We'll leave it as is.
またいつでもどうぞ。
We'll see what happens here. Do I have to do this one before this one's available? At the Battle of Kanonji Castle. Let's go. Now we have to seize the capital, huh?
浅井長政は信長の大志に共感して協力を約し、信長は上洛に向けて大きな一歩を踏み出した。また美濃を追われた後、朝倉家の客商となっていた明智光秀と再会を果たし、織田家に迎え入れる。その光秀の仲介により、信長は将軍家に仕える三淵藤秀と会見することとなった。観音寺城の戦い。
信長殿、お初にお目にかかる。足利将軍家奉公衆三淵藤秀と申す。
おお、足利義輝公が三好松永に討たれて以降、今日に将軍は不在であると聞くが。
その義輝公の実弟足利義昭様が今は越前にあって京への帰還を望まれている。
で、義明殿が次の将軍になるためにこの俺に手を貸せと。
義明様が共にあれば上洛の大義も立ち、京にいる三好勢を逆賊として討てる。
さらには信長殿の上洛戦に将軍家を助けんとする大名の助力も期待できよ
う。なるほどな。拒む理由もあるまい。この信長が義明殿を京へとお連れしよ
う。いよいよ京へ向けて出陣か。天下一新をなすための戦、腕が鳴るぜ。
南近江の六角勢は手強かろうが、長政がいるならばどうにかなろう。
ああ、敵は甲賀の忍びどもを味方につけてるし、京を牛耳る三好三人衆も出てくるかもしれねえが、俺たちなら勝てる。それくらいでひるんでたら天下一新なんて夢のまた夢だろ。 ひゃー、こりゃまた頼もしい味方を得たもんですね。
まったくだ。おかげで俺も気合入ってきた。信長様、長政殿、今日まで一気に駆け抜けようぜ。
It is really funny when you read about the Oda going to the Iga Mountains and them giving them so much trouble. He had to send in like a massive amount of people in there. He had a bunch of ninjas in the mountains doing a bunch of Wile E. Coyote shit to him. I could give him a shot.
俺の戦を見せてやる。
使命を果たす。
Mitsuhide is very trained up, so I'm not worried about him, right? Always lunar eclipse, so we'll actually do that. And then you can actually equip the Bellflower. Wait a minute. Let's go. I'll give him one more skill just for safety. weapon and dead end skills, but some of them matter. Man, this looks like a tight nap. Holy crap. Look how many gates there are just to deal with. Okay, this might be a longer one.
今日は目前六角と三好を破り上洛を果たす。まずは観音寺城周辺の市場を落とせ。さあかかっ。
承知した。出てこい。私の帰郷を阻む者どもがまだこんなにも。
大義は俺たちにある。邪魔する者は堂々打ち払って進むのみだ。
吉影様の下で磨いたこの腕、今こそ発揮せねば。
It's interesting that the characters lost a little bit of distinction by having all the people share their weapon types, kind of like Dynasty Warriors, but they still retain a lot of the attacking. I'm not a huge fan of the way they did it, but I don't blame them for development time too.
敵は義明殿に戦力を集中
I'm
さ
not a
せる。
fool.
なんとしても守り抜かねばな。
絶対に倒せ。これが俺のやり方だ。
That felt good.
耐えきれん。
Good move shows
聞
that.
かせてもらう。終わりの成り上がりが調子に乗りおって。今日滑る三好の力、思い知
Oh,
ら
I
せて
thought
く
you
れ
had
る。
the dash attack. That's right.
天下を支えてきたのは三好の貴様ら下船の
Oh my god,
矢からの出る幕ではないわ。
Bye bye.
よく吠える犬は叩き伏せて黙らせるほかあるまい。
Oh my god, the range on your weapon is so high now. Holy crap.
地ならしはこの
Mitsuhide
程
hits
度でよかろう。
hard. Wow.
全軍
I honest to God did not expect that.
進め。
Like, I know he's strong, but I didn't think he was that strong, you know? Hey, you hang out here and deal with him.
足利義明様ご帰郷を助けんがため上杉謙信水産。
Did he die? Wow, he died too.
俺の出番か。おお。越後の竜が加勢してくれるとは。
和田山城の守りは固いようだ。先に三造城を落として南より揺さぶるか。
小次郎を落とす人数。
My weapon is it's like carrying the hell out of these underlevel
よう
characters.
やっとオイラたちの出番だな。承知した。
In my IMO, IMHO opinion, I am.
一気に三造城を落とすぞ。
三造別動隊を率いて三造城を落とせ。分かった任せてくれ。
義明様こそ正当なる将軍位の継承者。正しきを歪める者どもに鉄槌を下さん。
Oh, it isn't too.
私の術にかかりゃ
Muso about
両
took
門な
him
んだ
spit, damn. Thought he did. Oops. I do see that other container. Away from my gauge.
誰が城の門を開けたのだ。
火は満ちたようだ。今こそ三造城を落とす。
Some moves are a lot different on the katana compared to other characters.
城は渡さ
So.
ん
Like
ぞ。
this knockup move is different than some. I'm pretty sure.
どうやら織田勢も忍びをか。
俺の出番か。
Oh wait, killed him inside that circle. It's gonna be kind of witchy. But at this point,
あいつだ。準備しろ。
ようやくか。待ちくたびれたぜ。ひふみひふみ
うるせえ。
Guys, you can walk. Guys, you could walk.
別にいいだろ。景気づけだよ、景気づけ。
There's a really easy solution to that.
なんだ急に霧が敵はそこか何をす
Where's
る
the rest of the enemy?
俺は味方だぞ
There they are. I was just wondering.
妙だな。敵の仕掛けた術か。
この辺りにいる一番偉そうなやつを撃てばいいんだよな。いくぜ
甲賀者の仕業だったか。急ぎ義明殿を救わねばなるまい。
まやかしとは小尺だ。義明様をお守りせねば。
助かったようだな。肺に倒せ。皆大義褒めて使わすぞ。
義明様の御前に敵を寄せつけてはならん。上杉の兵をもって守りを固めよう。
Oh, you missed.
やっぱ強えな。降参だ降参。小田に下るからよろしくな。
あっさり負けを認めた。何者か知らんが捕らえておけ。
You're giving me a hard time by blocking them.
考えてやがれ仕方俺に任せろ任務は俺が片付けるか開門抜けてみろ
Damn drum guys right there.
あの忍びの仕事
見せてやる
奴を撃ち術を
Got
止め
it
るの
found
だ。
right away instead of having to fight a bunch of people and not realizing it, right? Okay. Well, he'll deal with that. I'll deal with this.
分かった。
誰と戦っていたのだ
刃を受けろ
Not now, sweetie. I see people tuning in, and now it's like, I think the kitten's gonna terrorize my computer. No, this over here, buddy. Look at, whoa, get that claw.
敵は織田だったか
Not today, buddy. Can't block the wind.
見せてやる
甲賀者の術が兵を惑わせているようだ。
Lucky.
一刻も早く手を打たねばならんな。
Down, Freddy.
よっお手柄じゃねえか。
刹那で終わる
撃つべき形
I don't know if he thinks it's a game or not.
信長
Because I like grab his arm and I pull him right off of it. I'm like, dude, chill it. What is it? What am I looking at? What the hell is this? Is this like some field effect happening where I have to stop some dude from targeting people?
まずは味方の援軍を呼ぼう
無謀に突っ込むアホがいる。
滝川一正ただいま着陣これより信長様の城攻めに加わりますと
I can't see. I can't see through the camera.
秀吉と蒲生に進軍の合
I
図
should
を
get
出せ
an elemental bonus. I shocked him in water. It should be Pokemon logic, like when you have the rain going and use
敵は連携して迎え撃つ構えらしい。ならばこちらは二手に
Oh my
分か
god,
れ
get
て
your
当た
friend
る
out of here. We're 1v1ing.
我ら三好一党こそが乱世の覇者よ織田も浅井も
I'm using
敵で
shooter
は
game
ないわ
logic and etc.
織田は敵だ
Don't
倒せ
block me on that. I can't believe that.
何が起きていたんだ
これが俺のやり方だ。
敵の戦意をくじくなら今が好機だ三造城に織田の旗印を掲げせつけよう
三造城に織田の旗印が立っただとザキタカ
Come
の
on,
車
it's
で
on
は
me.
なかったのか三造城を奪還しろ南に戦力を投入するの
Respect.
だ
I respect
開門
that. officer here, you know.
光秀の企てに釣られて敵が出てきた。この機を逃すな。和田山城を落とせ。
この辺りの敵は倒したぜ。連中の結束も大したことねえな。
俺の出番か。
六角に蒲生あり風ごとき押し返してくれる。
Here we go, here we go. Oh, I'm already there. What do you know? Trying to kill some old men. I was hoping to catch the other guy.
こんなもんじゃねえ。
ここまでだ。和田山城は誰にも渡さん。
六角を
俺に任
分かった。
しのぐと言われた
Do
か
that,
も。
I'm gonna handle this.
ならば義方も恐れるに足らんな。
Hoping the bonus thing pops up here. Killing these three.
奴ら
Not today.
この城を取り返したいんだろうが、そうはいかねえっての。
Yeah, and here comes the objective, right? I literally killed them the instant, the frame that popped up to do it. I was already in there.
将切り伏せた。力を及ぼすか。
卑怯者の三好や六角に都を任せられるかよ。
Wait,
これからは信長様の時代
wait.
だ。
Sorry, my train was going the wrong direction there.
すごく張り切ってるみたいだけど大丈夫かな。
尋常に勝負いたせ。
Oh! No, you don't.
絶対に倒せ。
Almost got my ass. Well, not got me, but like, just your friend popping up on my back and then just expecting that to work, right? Perfect timing on that. I did not mean to use that, but that's alright.
おっと、織田勢が攻勢に出た。絶対に倒せ。よし、俺たちも続くぞ。遅れるなよ。
あんなにはつらつとした顔をして多分まっすぐな人なんだろうな。
城は大鳥であったか。だいぶ出遅れたが、この和田山城より敵承知を打ち払うぞ。
That's gonna be a setup there.
長政のやつ生意気な。門を開けよう。俺が返り討ちにしてやる。開門。
来たな六角。みんなこの気を逃すな。
Easy.
承知した。
和田山城は俺たちの手に落ちた。
I like how I'm already at the target. Just like, I know where this is leading.
六角は何をしている。お出しのみでも何でも使って敵を追い払わぬか。カズージ、もう一度機会をやる。うまくやればお前の相棒の失態は目をつぶってやる。
承知。
こんなもんか。
Dude, get the hell away from me. Yeah, you go up there and do that. Actually, no, you do that, I will do that. Yep.
よし、この勢いのまま観音寺城までかけるぞ。
我に組みする者は皆信長に向けて進軍せよ。
Who the hell is this? やっぱすげえな。 俺もこうしちゃいられねえぜ。
This goddamn camera. Get in here, man.
これが俺のやり方だ。
噂通りの強さだな。それでこそ俺の親父だぜ。
お前何か勘違いをしているらしいが、
自らご活躍とは恐れ入りますな。
悪いカズージ、やっと願いが叶ったんだ。俺ずっと親父に会いたくて。
好きにしろ。どうせろ。
Oh. I keep thinking he has that dash attack, but he does not.
敵将切り伏せた。見せてやる。
Okay, you actually, I want you to deal with that. I will go south and deal with the rest of this crap, assuming I'm not in some crazy far away position, which I don't think I am. I mean, I might lose the combo at worst. Yeah, you can handle that for sure. Oh, no, you don't.
敵将、この浅い長政が討ち取った。力及ばずか。
俺に任せろ。
見上げたものだな。
見せてやる。
Just I feel bad for the guy. I just showed up and instantly killed the guy. He had literally nothing to do there. There's not one thing that guy could have done to help that situation. No, you don't go to me. You go to Mr. Tetsuya Shibata. One of the devils of the devil clan. You help him. That would be why.
俺の出番か。
承知した。俺に任せろ。見せてやる。
Oh my god, it's that easy. It's that easy when your ultimates are up.
お見事にござった。俺の出番か。
What is this crap on the floor? I can't even tell. It almost feels like I'm doing that, but I'm not. You need to die. You are giving too many buffs. Oh my god, who put this down? It better not be me. I better not find out some special effect dropping this, you know? Where the hell's he going? What the hell? Ooh. That's good enough. No, no. Horrible, yeah. Sometimes you do horrible things. That's okay. Oh, I thought the mission and I was like, no, I didn't kill everyone.
分かった。俺の力の礎となる。叶う相手ではなかったか。よっ、
Oh wait, I don't need
お手柄じゃねえか。 俺の出番か。
There we go. Yeah, conversion on me.
絶対に倒せ。
You did walk into this, but it won't matter.
観音事情は我らが制した。もはや今日に達したも同然。時をあげよう。
I went damn well as well. Hey! Cat? Get off my computer. Hi. Come here. I gotta put up something. Like a small barrier, a box, or something. On my computer and on my desk. I did everything. There. Oh, finally an S. That's more like it. Some nice gems too. Oh, that's for the ninjas, that's right. Whatever uses that? I'm sure Yasuke uses an axe though. I like to depict him with an axe in the media. Who knows though?
Oi.
あ、お前。
これで天下征出とはいかないだろうが。
ああ、是非に及ばずだ。
Doing good tonight though. These first two missions have gone extremely well. What's interesting about this is that the missions are always way longer than I think they are. Like we're talking like
信長様、こいつがわかるか。異能での戦いの後、俺が預かったあの赤ん坊だ。
そういうことか。
あんた、俺の親父なんだろ？いつか会えると思ってたんだ。
違う。
またまた照れちゃって。あ、俺を娘とは認められねえ事情があるんだな。まあいいや。別に俺は姫様になりたいわけじゃねえ。忍びの技で親父の役に立ってやろうと思ってよ。は
ぁ。光秀、この娘の面倒はお前に任せる。
俺が？いきさつを聞く限り、利家殿が適任では。
待たずに小娘の世話などできると思うか？
だな。光秀、頼んだぜ。
わかった。預かろう。
It'd be kind of fun to play as her though. Not today, buddy.
今日はいかがなさいますか。またいつでもどうぞ。今日はいかがなさいますか。
We'll train her out. Am I blind? Just eyeballing this. Am I blind? No, Ichi's left to me. Wait, is she actually available to train yet, or I probably have to go to that sub menu? Yeah, I'd rather start the next mission and then I can train.
またいつで
Don't
もどう
touch
ぞ。
anything yet then.
いらっしゃいませ。毎度ありがとうございます。毎度ありがとうございます。ありがとうございました。
Oh, here we go. Let's see the invasion of Sudaga first, and then the Battle of Rokuju. Man, this makes me want to play Nobunaga's Ambition. Nobunaga's ambition, I own Sphere of Influence Awakening, but even though they add more and more to each one, I feel like the first Sphere of Influence, with how simple it is and yet it's deep, I think I like that one the most. But I don't own it. I played it through other means first, right? But Awakening I actually own. I think it's good, but I like developing the culture and the towns and stuff, but...
家康は上洛を果たした信長との盟約に従い、三河伊東への勢力拡大を画策していた。そんな折、甲斐の武田信玄より使者が訪れる。それは共闘して駿河の今川家を攻めようという誘いだった。今川家は桶狭間の敗戦以降、王子の勢いを失っており、信玄の誘いは徳川にとって渡りに船と言えた。しかし家康の妻瀬名は今川家一門の出である。駿河攻めは瀬名に辛い決断を強いることとなった。駿河侵攻。
セナ、私は駿河を攻めることにした。
なんですって？駿河は今川の本拠よ。織田に寝返った挙句九死を討とうだなんて。
しかし私は
なんてね。いいわよ、分かってるから。信長に三河伊東の攻略を託されたんでしょ。私は桶狭間でおじさまが死んだ時に徳川と共に歩むと決めたの。だから私のことは気にしないでいいわ。あんたは徳川のためにやるべきことをやりなさい。
セナ、すまない。そなたの覚悟を無駄にしないためにも必ず勝利してみせよう。
Ieyasu looking like that, man. That's crazy. Ooh, please catchy. Or Hanzo. Ooh. I'll do Ieyasu because it's the story one that makes the most sense.
格の違いを見せてやるわ。
Yep. That makes sense because, like I said, with Pokemon Conquest, that came to be because the Pokemon Company, as a whole, and the leader of it, is a huge fan of Koei's leader, and it's mutual. They love each other. It was very easy for them to work together, especially with Nintendo. Like, Nintendo has an open book with them now.
こちらこそ今川を討たねば三河の平穏はありません。信玄殿の助力を得られたこと幸いに存じます。
駿河攻めは三河の平穏のためだ。
いえ、それだけではありません。駿河進出は織田信長の盟友として果たさねばならぬ使命で。
家康殿には己の野心というものがないのか。まあよい。武運を祈る。
はっ、信玄殿もご武運を。
If you see me making faces like that, my kitten is behind my monitor, chewing or attacking something, and I'm like, you're gonna get your ass beat. Get that out. I don't hate my animal. I just do this. I go, whoosh, get out of the way. Yeah, I do that one. He likes that one. He gets all freaked out when I go, ow! Ow! Where's that screen where you actually upgrade them? Oh, yeah. Idiot. need to catch up. I'm about to... And me throwing him off is making him want to play more, which is really not helping action with this. That's a big one. No, don't attack the other cat! Why are you being a terrorist in my room today? Even better, look at this pathway. 2 gain experience nodes into speed. This is a very good path. Miltons and Max Muso. Let's go. And then we'll do Mr. Shingen. Good enough. Oh, you can't start there, right? I like this design being a reference to that flag. Spear user's a nice little change too. You did get a new one, okay. Twister and Tiger Claw. Oh, last one. Yeah, we're good. Okay, we're good. The map is cut perfectly in half, which is good, because it makes it a lot easier to figure out how to distribute the orders. Left side, right side. Left side has way more work to do. Yep. Oh, there's Mr. Tadakatsu Honda. Oh, we did read this.
武田勢と共に今川を撃つ。みんな進むぞ。
我らも行くぞ。今川を包囲せよ。
Surprising for a dual weapon character, but he's a little slower than that.
優勢とはいえ何が起こるか分からない。味方本陣の状況には気を配っておかねば。見切った。このままでは今川が滅んでしまう。
Oh my god, that move is crazy.
さすがに武田勢は最強だ。我らも負けてはいられない。
That move is crazy. A lot of these moves are much more agile than I
今川が
expected.
相手で迷ってはダメ。私は徳川と共に歩むと決めたんだから、今は自分の役目を果たさなきゃ。
私とてもののふなのだ。悔しいのだ。 ここまでか。一丁前にやるじゃねえか。
Okay, he actually moves so far and so fast with some of these moves, I can't tell what's happening.
順調に進んでいるな。
Because the camera will not keep up with certain characters if they're fast enough, right?
この程度か。開門。
Speaking of a slow character, holy shit. Not a negative sometimes, not at all. I just, I'm like, wow, I gotta get used to this.
ここは評価あるまい。なんと素晴らしき戦果よ。このまま包囲を進めよう。
What the hell are you doing here?
受けたまっ
Get
た。
the hell over there. Why did you run all the way across the map when you had a valid target over there? What the hell is your problem? Boy, get on over there while I handle this. I can't see what's happening. What is happening? Frick, get down! Hold on a minute. Get off that computer. Come on, man. It's not that he's on the computer that makes me mad. It's that he gets on the computer and starts like going for chords. And I keep figuring out ways to block him off from doing it. And he's just like, he doesn't care, and he's like, I'm gonna get around that. It's really like raising a real toddler for the first time with this kitten, unlike any other kittens we've ever had in this house. He is just like, I don't care. And I think the reason is because we adopted him as a part, I think mostly like born to a somewhat feral outdoor cat. So he has no idea of domestication at its highest form, right? He's just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not on the computer. Ready? Are my beloved little man. I'm here to tell you, we don't care. We don't care. That's what my kitten does to me every day. He's so slow, it's like a little frustrating when I try to do an attack. But he's strong. Decently strong. Not as strong as I'd like him to be for how slow he is, but then again, I haven't trained him very much, right? To be fair to him. But he is very durable, because like you can see me getting beaten mid-attack, and it still doesn't matter. You better not miss that. You better not miss that.
なんと素晴らしき戦果よ。武田にばかりやらせるかよ。僕が人にならぬ俺がいるってとこ
How big is Freddy now? I show him almost every stream though. Larger than I would think by his age.
今川のため戦う
Use my
のみぞ。
combo, by the way. I don't know how I'm doing that.
打ち取ったり。俺にやらせろ。
He ran away from where he needs to be, and that's right.
受けたまった。
You know what I should do is I should plant him somewhere I think they're gonna start something at. Which is probably more here or here.
受けたまった。受けたまった。
Oh, Brad. That is too slow.
邪魔する奴は叩き切るぞ。おお、何者だ。徳川にも生きのいい武者がおるではないか。
There they are. I was trying to look for them. Dude! Shh, I gotta get a spray bottle. I'm about to get a spray bottle, and I feel really bad. I don't like those. And I play with them, and I take a lot of care of them. So it's not like a situation of like, whoa, whoa, just play with him. It's like, dude. Every time I see him, I just hold him and play with him. But he does not understand.
歯応えのないことだ。
Oh, this will finish up.
歯応えのないことだ。腹がおとむだよ。
Oh, Freddy went to his little bed box. Nope.
上杉謙信、駿河に正しきを示すため推参。理を知らぬ下道どもに鉄槌を下すべし。
受けたま受けたまった。受けたまった。ここは私が。
よかろう。
勝利条件変更。
Hello? Oh. Where am I supposed to go?
まさか上杉が来てくれようと。徳川本陣をかき乱してやれ。
You died? Or you ran away? You handle that. I'll do the rest.
我らの本陣に上杉勢が迫っているぞ。
武田本陣も踏み散らしてくれん。
I don't even need to read. I know what you want.
本陣を狙いよるか。この混乱に乗じ、謙信殿と合流しようぞ。開門。開門。
I'm gonna do this just to get out of here quickly. No, I'll use that to go fight this guy.
金が飛び出してきた。早急に追い詰めましょう。相手をせよ、信玄。よかろう。
I know for a fact you're gonna say you need to tell him specifically Shingen and plus whatever. You must defeat him before his health drops below 50%.
急げ。
Seems that unreasonable of an ask, although I think I just failed it instantly because there's like 8 people around him. That's exactly what happened, yeah. Bit annoying. But I can do this now.
上杉勢を迎えて一生潰したり。意地は見せたわ。
Well, that's so sad that I missed that objective because I showed up and got hit the moment they declared the condition. Holy shit, there's a lot of people there.
お見事にござった。
武田はあの上杉の攻勢にも動じていない。今は味方ながら恐ろしい相手だ。
氏真が私の元へ向かっているか。ならば庇護せねばなるまい。
What do you want? Shingen, I need you to take over. You have true moves, so you can actually slaughter them.
今川を襲い従っていたのに正当な主と認めていたわけではありません。なんとかしのげたようだ。
愚かな。格が違う。敵は見せたわ。もうよかろう。父上。申し訳ありません。今川の意向。私の代で。
Oh, that was the whole mission to kill him. Shit. I did not mean to do all those objectives too quickly.
横槍が入ったが片付いたようだな。
勝つには勝てたが、武田や上杉に比べ我らはまだ未熟だな。
You got him looking a lot cooler in this. Normally they got him kind of like large.
セナ、辛い戦いを強いてすまなかった。
辛いですってバカにしないで。私はそんなにヤワじゃないわ。
そうか、すまない。
謝ってばっかり。私に同情しているの？だとしたら勘違いもいいとこだわ。私は徳川とあんたと共に歩むと自分で決めたの。決めた以上は足を引っ張りたくないし役に立ちたい。だからこれでよかったのよ。それよりあんたは考えることがあるでしょう。この先も道は険しいわよ。
セナ、ありがとう。これからも未熟な私を支えてほしい。
仕方ないわね。私がちゃんと見ててあげるから、徳川の当主として立派に戦ってみせなさいね。
I didn't do very much today. No. Middle of the road ass mission. Like, I kind of like the heavy, strong characters, but I just don't like some of the ways they play. Dang. Minus this crap. Good weapons though.
しかし武田信玄ってのはおっかねえ野郎だったな。敵じゃなくてよかったぜ。
だがいつ敵として対峙することになるかわからん。我らも武田に対抗できるだけの力を蓄えねば。
そうだな。もっと強くならねば兄上の役にも立てないだろ
う。では俺はこの辺で引き上げますぜ。
桃地殿、こたびは加勢いただき助かりました。半蔵、見送って差し上げろ。
はあ。お前と一緒に戦ったのはいつ以来だ。楽しかったぜ半蔵。
三太夫、お前は伊賀人団を抜けた俺を恨んでいるものと思っていた
が、過ぎたことだ。もう気にしちゃいねえよ。何かありゃ声をかけてくれ。じゃあな。
相変わらず腹の読めぬ男だ。
You don't really know how many people Kiryu from Yakuza plays in games until you play games. Like a lot of different games that are from Japan. Surprising to see that I didn't get the highest combo count one on a mission I got an S for. But I'm sure it's you have to get like 5,000 combo. I think I did like 4,000 something. Or, I'm not sure. Maybe it's. Wait, where have I earned that for? I wonder. I do want to say this now. This might be the last one of the night, which is early for me, but we will see. We will see. I might do a whole other chapter. This week is tough for me because of all the stuff going on. But tomorrow onward is for sure being long.
信長は直ちに朝廷に働きかけて義明を将軍の座につけると京の本国寺に将軍家の仮御所を設置。本国寺将軍家の警護役として光秀と秀吉らを残し自身は盟友の長政を伴って本拠の美濃へ帰国した。六条合戦
Wonder if I should use a ninja in this one if I can.
義明様を無事に京に送り届けたことだし、これで少しは天下も落ち着くかな。
そうはいくまい。将軍位につかせたとはいえ、力なき将軍家に忠を尽くす者がどれほどいるか。
だから兄様や長政様が助けてあげるんでしょ？
今はそうだな。助ける価値のあるうちは助ける。
それってどういう？
今日の松永久秀殿より急使が参りましたぞ。今日追われた三好三人衆にまたも不穏の動きが。
長政、直ちに兵を率いて京へ向かうぞ。
あ、不穏の動きったって援軍要請はまだだろ？
今日は遠い。今から動かねば間に合わん。まだ将軍が撃たれては困るのでな。
Hello. You on camera for a second? Here. Here. You are the devil. My little devil. You're going to be an evil rodent. I don't know what it is about my lap, but they used to like laying in my lap, and now they're just so... Hey! I swear to God. My buddy has a spray he has for a cat, just like him, where he sprays it on stuff that he doesn't want them to chew. Because apparently it makes it taste foul. You know like how they do the Nintendo cartridges now? Where they spray that crap on so kids will not swallow them? I think I have to do that in my room. If it has a wire attached to it, he's like, dude, I have to play with that right now. Right now! Right now. Oh, that's it?
俺のやり方見せてやろう。
手を貸すぜ、信長様。
You know what? It just builds his character. That there's a constant stream element where at any given moment I could just be like, what the? The worst one he ever did to me was either last night, where I was laying there, and there's a little string on my pajama pants, and he was clawing at it, and he nearly got my. You know what? What the? It was so close.
いえ、進むほどに嫌な匂いが濃くなっていく。これはもう始まっているわね。
さすがお方様。俺もそう思います。
物見を放つまでもないか。時は一刻を争う。先を急ぐぞ。
People really don't understand how miserable extremely hot and extremely cold warfare would be. Everybody imagines war being like, yeah, hot if you're in like Middle East, but they never consider like What do you think Arctic warfare would be like? You gotta hole up for days somewhere in the cold. And you can't give away that you're there on a lot of these missions, right? You gotta imagine, I'm not just talking about Japan, but if you're in the Northern Hemisphere in the winter in a warfare scenario, I mean, man, that would be... pretty bad. There it is. I can't believe I've never gotten a skill to replace these, but not a big deal, right? Alright, let's go. This looks like a nasty map to navigate. I gotta pay attention to both of them at all times. We got a billion gates spread out in what looks like a damn PCB chip layout. There's up arrows and down arrows. We've got two different sides of the map to defend a leader on, which gives me an immediate hint to send someone straight north up to him, because I'm gonna guess that they're gonna get attacked out of nowhere. If I could make a prediction. I could read about the Mori. I mean, if your bio is glazing you that hard, you must have been pretty. And I mean, dude, I always forget that the Mori were very, very successful. Like, I always think of Ranmaru Mori, to be fair, but like the Mori he did pretty well considering the dude died at 74 in an era of warfare, in an era where medicine was still, you know. You gotta imagine, and I'm not talking about like the mortality rate skewing the data, like babies screwing up the average age thing. Like, that's actually very impressive for a guy who fought as hard as he did and bled so much. All that stress, all the conditions you'd have to get through in this era. And you're like, oh yeah, by the way, I died at 74. Whereas other people were dying around 50-something, maybe 60-something on average. When we talk about the historical heroes, or I should just say warlords, let's just be fair.
久秀の頼りをもとに来てみれば、やはり三好の残党どもが攻め寄せていたか。
分かった。不動殿。美濃にいるはずのあなたがなぜここに。船が現れただと。
No, kind of, yes.
バカな。しておれ。この急ぎよしや今日撃つのだ。
信長殿、私はここだ。はよ助けに参れ。
Turn, turn.
三好が俺の留守を狙ってきたか。この木に叩き潰しておかねばなるまい。俺の出番か。
You already got this guy nearly killed.
三人衆がいる限り、都は落ち着かねえ。Okay. 俺が絶対に倒してやる。このままでは。
Okay, let's think about who's going where. You're gonna go this way, and I will logically take the right hand turn.
敵に何やら不審の動きが。念の種は排除しておきましょう。討ち死に。
久秀
Almost
お
got
前
me
が
too.
知らせてくれたおかげでどうにか間に合ったようだな。
私は敵の動きをお知らせしただけで駆けつけていただけるとは感激の極みです。
心にもないことを抜かす。さっさと三好の奴らを蹴散らすぞ。
親父の火星で流れが変わった。
Hold on. While they're all yapping, where's the actual officer they want to be? Oh, we killed him randomly. Okay, here's what I want to delineate the order of events to be. You're gonna handle the southern side as far as we can feasibly do. However, there's no entry to anywhere here, and this is a down arrow. Meaning this has to be open. If I could get a little meta with the stream here and explain the actual tactical side of how this works, and almost elaborate on like how routing the speedrun would work. Let's take a moment. Look at the map, okay? We've never talked about this on stream, I don't think, ever. So there's people watching that are probably like, oh, you know, he seems to know what he's doing. I would assume some people would think that, and some people would be judging me. I don't know who you are, but whatever. On the map, those X's are gates that are closed / locked. Generally speaking, you can't get these open early, with the exceptions of if they have a defense captain, a gate guard, whatever. You have to think about when they open and why in the speed run of the original game, which is what I routed and played, right? You had to think about things like that. It's like, okay, after this guy dies, and you remember we didn't have delineating in the original between like two characters. It was just you played one guy and that was it, right? You had to kill everything in a very specific order, and remember to reroute around the fastest possible weaving of the whole map. It was a lot. And by the way, there's a speed run of mine where I played every character in a row in an actual sincere speed run, where I think I only fucked up once in a major mess up, right? Because I wasn't routing as I went. That speed run is 11.5 hours long, because I played every single character in a row in one sitting. I think Goemon Ishikawa, I screwed up on, I want to say either the Honoji mission or one of the other ones where it was just like a lot of gate related like timing, right? Like all over the map at all times, and it's a giant box with inner boxes, whatever. It was a one-time thing, and if I ever do it again, it would be when I'm really in the weeds of this kind of stuff again. But to explain what's going on, there is actual deep meaning to what I'm doing to get better ranks, better stuff, right? You have to delineate this logically first and foremost. So right now, I don't have enough information to make a declaration of where to go. So by all accounts, I want him to stay a little neutral. I want you to actually stay in this clump of officers while I run away.
やっぱり親父はすげえ。俺も頑張るぞ。
ご無事ですか、義明様。金録の書をかき集めて汗さんじましたぞ。
I think he... Oh, it's because I switched characters. So you have to be careful. This whole delineation factor is a little tricky. Might as well be there now.
厳しく伸びてきたぞ。まだ諦めるには早い。義明を直接狙え。開門。斎藤殿を援護せよ。一気火星に攻め立てるのだ。その程度か。
I turned on purpose. I need to get the
敵
other
が
guys.
現れたのか。もう俺たちだけじゃどうにもならねえぞ。
Get my ass beat. There we go. There's the actual reason why people
直ちに三好型に加勢せよ。続け。
In fact, I turned the last frame of that. I don't care. Good. I'm in true Muso. Don't get hit by that, because I can't block it. Now this is dangerous territory. I got hit by something I didn't account for, right? But in my own mind, I don't think I'm completely.
何よりまばゆい。
I just can't afford to get hit by absolutely anything. So now we lure them into true Muso. Now granted, some people can attack you while you're setting up your Muso attack. It's not immunity. Right? You have to think of it not as a literal immunity at all. It just doesn't work like that. Now I have to drop everything and find a heal. Because I can't afford him to just randomly die. Because I'm not controlling him. Eric's here. No food. There's... Just switch dance for now and send him up north. Go to him or her for now. There's a heal beside me. That's oh, not gonna get me. Actually, I'm watching that HP bar like a hawk right now. There's gotta be a heal. There has to be a heal around here. I was gonna say, there can't be this many barracks in a row with no heal. That did not heal me much. Okay, you handle defending up here and just not dying. Can you do that? And I will handle the rest. I don't even know where I couldn't even tell what was happening for a second.
さらなる襲撃に備えておく必要があろう。守りをもっと固めておけ。俺がやる。形勢逆転という。
What's happening in here? Oh shit, there's a drunk captain in my boss room. That's scary.
鹿島の信長も手は出せまいで。内にこもり、手駒に戦わせる。
If I had have paid attention to that or caught what that was happening up there, that would have been horrible. My leader would have died and the whole mission would have failed out of nowhere. Like, being unaware of that is really scary. You handle him, I'll handle the guy in top left. I want you to do that while I handle this. Okay, that just completely whiffed what I wanted to hit. Oh, bring him in.
策の準備を進めている間、俺たちは派手に暴れて敵の目を引きつけておくか。
Oh, it's up there where I just had him too, of course. You do that, I will handle escort. I'll tell you this much, I'm not gonna get the combo reward.
れが俺のやり方だ。
聞かせていただこう。
なんと素晴らしき戦果よ。
Why aren't you listening to me, Nobunaga? I told you what to do, buddy boy.
分かった。分かった。分かった。俺の出番。
Back, get the hell up there and listen to what I said. Maintaining a combo on this one is really tough because there's way too much crap going on. You have to keep moving people, and my guys are not obeying. I know he's under attack.
急げ。これが俺のやり方だ。力を及ぼすか。
それでこそ長政様だね。
What the hell? I just walked into it.
怪しげな敵兵がいるぞ。撃ち取れ。
これが俺のやり方だ。
I just walked into a absolute mess of office. Oh my god! What am I walking into? This is crazy down here.
まだまだこんなもんじゃねえ。
Yeah, stand up, see what happens.
それまで。
I know 2 minutes left. I'm busy! I'm trying to escort a guy, okay? Game, quit judging me. I can't do everything. I'm not a superhero. I gotta do escort.
敵将。この浅い長政が討ち取った。
An innocent little being
聞かせてもらう。お見事にございますが、相手ではなかったよ。
Your only job is to stick with that motherfucker.
この俺を止めようとて無駄よ。
Am I still on the mission to kill the 200 people up here?
壊してくれる。
I don't think so. I'll do it.
俺の出番か。
今準備はよろしいか。放ちなさい。
Very well.
家系だと。とどまっては我ら残らず丸焼けよ。こうなったら破れかぶれだ。信長どもと差し違えてやるわ。
開門歩く。
来たな。なら迎え撃つのみ。
味方が火星に来てくれたか。
I'm literally, but yeah, I was gonna say I'm waiting for them to give me an objective at this point.
分かった。分かった。
I want to kill this officer here. While he runs down the office. I feel like as I'm gonna say this as the streamer to get a little meta. It must be really confusing to understand some of the stuff that happens. I feel like tracking some of the shit that happens on the screen must just be an annoyance in itself for like an average viewer. Like I assume people understand the majority of what's happening and how things work. But again, that's assuming. It's such a weird feeling. I remember, I believe being in burning areas and all the Muso games almost always makes it so you're slowly dying to it. Just walk into a special and it just screws me over bad. I just insta-killed that boss. Like, that was supposed to be a boss. Oh my god, no! Not today. I tap into a character, he goes to red health in a combo. Bye-bye. Not strong enough, buddy.
任せたな、光秀。信長様の予感的中だ。本当に戦になってるとはな。
長政殿まで来てくれるとは縁のすまない。
I think we need to head back.
だが心強い。
俺の出番か。
であるか。であるか。であるか。
であるか。Perfect pickup. Thank you. Alright, time to just finish the job. That went very well. There's like almost no red on the whole map because we wiped out everything. Even though I barely, by the way, I have barely any kills for how well this match went. And I was looking for them.
手を煩わせて面目ない。
構わん。将軍が無事ならそれでいい。これで都も少しは静かになろう。
That went well.
まさか信長様に来ていただけるとは。いやー、本当に助かりました。
我らだけでは危うい戦だった。久秀殿があらかじめ信長殿に知らせていなければ。
この戦、
I love Matsunaga's
一番の
backstory.
手
That
柄
guy
は
there.
久秀だったよ
They
う
call
だ
him
な。
the Spider.
久秀、よく知らせてくれた。
He tried a betrayal where he set up a tea party meeting, and the teapot was supposed to blow up. So funny.
奴らは過去の映画にすがるだけのクズ。これでようやく掃除が叶いました。
で、
It's like a Castro situation, like trying to blow someone up with that. Oh yeah, that's right. I got instantly failed on that one, right? Oh no, that was the 200. Yeah, yeah. Okay, there's a lot of hidden ones. There's a lot going on there. Pretty good score though. If I had locked in and did 138 more combos, I'm pretty sure that would have been well, with average weight, it's still an A, but it would be a lot closer to S. I don't know, maybe. We're looting C rank items already, which is nice. Paladin? Very horse specific, okay. Not a bad thing to have by any means. Arumoto Mori.
信長殿、遠くからよう駆けつけてくれた。私を大切にしてくれていること、心から礼を申すぞ。この機にそなたを副将軍に推挙したいと思うが、もちろん受けてくれよな。
俺にそのような大役は似合いますまい。それよりも今日の守りをより堅固にしなくては。
そうか。世話をかけてすまぬな。
もったいなきお言葉。ではこれにて。
将軍様との謁見はもう終わり？随分と早かったわね。
将軍と長話するいとまがあるならば、俺は機長と話していたいからな。
嬉しい。ねえ、外に出ない？あなたに見せたいものがあるの。
まあ、いいだろう。
綺麗。
ほう、この戦火を耐えたか。
この無垢もいつかはすすけてしまうのかしら。
そうは
させない。
光秀
だろ。
お前に先を越されるとはな。確かに犠牲なくして太平の世は築けんのやもしれん。だが支柱の希望を守り抜くには乱れし現世を打ち砕かねばならん。その先に太平がなれば無垢は無垢のままでいられよう。
それが天下一心なら、あなたが守り抜きたい希望って？
俺にとって大切な者たち、もちろん機長、お前もだ。笑うからしくないと。
ああ、笑うね。とんだお笑い草だ。
美月。
けどそれでこそ俺の親父だ。惚れ直したぜな、機長さん。
もう
Alright. So now we have to decide what we're doing next. We're on chapter 4. Wow, that's a lot more missions than I thought would be here. So it probably is a 5-chapter format per character story. You know, chapter 3, for only being 4 missions, took me, 2 hours on the dot. Oh, it's not like... The missions are really... They feel... Okay, mentally, the missions feel so short, and yet when I look at how long they actually take, it's like a lot longer than I always think, you know what I mean? They're a lot longer than I always think. Oh my god, that's not to mention, like here, where the characters not only have Nobunaga and then Mitsuhide's path, there's the secret route you have to unlock by doing certain things too. So some of these chapters could get crazy. I imagine the 5th chapter has something like this. I have to make a decision if we do this right now or not, because I do have things I should actually be doing, plus I'm still not feeling all there tonight. I'm almost all the way there though, like tomorrow I will. I just don't like the idea of doing... I did not mean to do that. We'll do at least one more. I think we'll do one more.
信長が上洛を果たしてなお、越後の上杉、甲斐の武田、そして西国の毛利など。
No. I'm gonna say no, and the reason I'm gonna say no is because we should just make chapter 4 its own thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that should be a stream, chapter 4. Rather than forcing myself a certain time, especially when I'm not feeling up to the snuff these days, you know? So, as much as I don't... This is gonna be a long chapter. This is a long chapter. I don't want to bail halfway, you know what I mean? But... Now, before I say I'm leaving, hold on. It's 10 my time, so it's 9 Eastern. It's Thursday. I have stuff to do tomorrow. I'm not feeling great. I hit Alt F4, so it didn't close yet, but it's asking me. I do have to do long weekend streams, and I want to, because we were doing Pokemon Conquest, by the way. If you don't know already, we are doing Pokemon Conquest on the DS. The DSi enhanced version. I have it all set up, ready to go for tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And again, since I kind of missed the January 1st deadline to change the stream time, I kind of thought maybe I'll just ride it out through all January. But we'll see with that too. Because I want to start pushing the stream back a little bit, right? Because I either want to do 8 or 9 Eastern to start. Because again, like I said, and I say it all the time, it's almost universal that the people who really do tune in when I'm either wrapping up or like we have an hour left on average. Like for the stream format of 3 to 4 hours, and then weekends being 4 to sometimes 6, right? Yeah, I think we should wrap it up here, actually. Yeah, 2 hours. I think that's acceptable. Like that's a bare minimum for me. I don't like ending early, but this week in particular has been brutal on my body, you know what I mean? With all the stuff going on with my house. So let's wrap it up there. And but yeah, Pokemon Conquest will be exciting. I could sit here for a minute and talk at the very least. This Pokemon Conquest, I thought it was just going to be Nobunaga's ambition with a Pokemon reskin on top of it, right? And then I played the tutorial a little bit, and I went, oh, wait a minute. This is a tactics RPG with a good story. I was very surprised to see that. Like, I fired it up and I went, oh, it's like a cell-based, like, Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics-esque, like, Advanced Wars-esque, like, tactics game. And I was like, this is really good. So I played the tutorial mission, and then I played one mission after that, which is just basically 2 turns and you win almost. It was super easy. But the music was really good, and it was really engaging, and I was like, okay, I see why people like this, and I haven't done anything with any depth yet, really. But the whole package is there. It feels like there's something really cool is going to happen with that game. So yeah, Pokemon Conquest is also a Koei title. They worked with the Pokemon Company / Nintendo to make it. And it's, again, the Sengoku Warring period with Pokemon. You have all the characters you just saw on screen who have their own Pokemon that you battle. But in a tile-based fighting thing, kind of like Mystery Dungeon a little bit in the way they present it, but very tactical, very, 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 very interesting. I'd always heard about it over the years, and I said, I have to sit down with this game and do it some night on stream. And it hit me like a bolt of lightning randomly the other night, and I said, why don't I do that now? I'm really looking for a game to fill a void right now. That's also, it has a little bit of story and structure to it in that way, but like not so much that I couldn't throw on a dead serious RPG in the middle of it if I wanted to. But I'm not looking to do anything that deep yet, right? I'm not looking to throw up Witcher 2. I'm not looking to throw up etc. January really has a lot of like let's do and clean up a lot of stuff type games, you know? That's a good game to fill that void. And again, I am recording me beating Dragon Quest 11 now. It'll just basically be me beating the final boss and then whatever cutscenes play, and then I play that. So I figure what I'll do is that'll probably be before a stream. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or whenever. It'll be very soon, within the next few days. But probably before that stream, I'll like broadcast myself live with the media file playing, and then that'll lead into the actual stream after that. You know what I mean? So we'll do it that way. So it's not like, hey guys, here's me doing like 20 minutes of fighting and cutscenes, 20 to 30, and then that's the stream. Bye. I don't want to upload it to the videos tab. That makes no sense, right? So I was just trying to figure out how we should do it. And grinding from level 50 to 60 to 70 in that game is really either you have to endure an insane amount of grinding, or you have to farm metal slimes, which is a really annoying setup of just spamming battles, hoping for one, or using that pet power where you using Sylvando, Jade, and the hero. It's like a casino luck thing where it turns the enemies into metal slimes and king's metal slimes and stuff, right? That's the reliable way to do it, is just spam battles until they just show up. or you use that pet power or whatever, right? It is what it is. I gotta do it. I can't get to the very final boss and then just be like, guys, look it up if you want to see. I'm not doing that. I have to beat him, right? And show you that I beat him. We committed so much time to that game, like nearly 100 hours, that we gotta wrap it up. Kind of like Chrono Trigger, where it was like the final boss. I was getting a little pissy about it because the whole like 3-phase ambushing happening was like, oh my god. Okay, I'll do this. I'll record it. So yeah, that's where we're at with the stream. I did look up the actual dates specifically of each release of Neo 3 and Resident Evil, and I kept saying it was the 9th and the 23rd of February. So it's Neo 3 is the first release, then Resident Evil, which is good because that's exactly on the dot 2 weeks you have with Neo 3 into that game. So the idea would be just play the hell out of Neo 3 all week. Not a weekend stream, all week. Like this is it. But there would definitely be like break days of like in midweek, like kind of like, look, I've been playing Neo 3 like a monster for this long in a row. So let's play something else in between for people who are waiting to see something else or whatever. But if you want an exact date, February 9th, hopefully it's not the 3rd. I think it's the 9th. Yeah, I think it's the 9th or 23rd. It will be Neo 3 on that exact release day. It will be on the stream at that very day, at the time you expect. I'm not going to play it before the stream goes live, so don't worry about that. But yeah, that'll be that directly into the Resident Evil 9 release, which I will have, by the looks of things, unless something else comes up to screw me over again in real life, you should see it in that order. We're still playing Monster Rancher 2. We're still playing this, of course. And then, again, Pokemon Conquest will definitely be really sick to just plow through this weekend. I'm not sure how long it is. Koei games are never skimped on content. They never are. Doesn't matter if it's a licensed out game or their core franchises. They're usually... I can't think of a game that's less than 40 hours by them, which is good. I think 40 hours is a great time for a game to be. As long as it's not repetitive and not filled with substance. That was one thing I said about Hyrule Warriors, as I keep saying, is that the main campaign of Hyrule Warriors is so insanely long that when they said, okay, now do it again from the dark POV, I said, okay, that's enough. If you want to see it, watch it yourself. Play for yourself. Because it was it was so long to beat Link's main story through. The main part, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, all the games that they wrap you through in a row. I'm like, okay, that took forever. It was really fun and good challenge. But I said, I'm not doing the dark side story. You are smoking crack if you think I'm doing that again from the other POV. And it feels crappy because it's like, well, you know, if someone really committed to watching that, shouldn't you let them see the other side of the story? They can watch it from someone else because, oh my god, we're talking like, at the minimum, there's probably like 40 to 60 hours right there just for the other side. I assume. I'm not 100% sure, but it could be even longer. I don't know. We had a great playthrough though. I didn't get held up too badly. It was fun, right? I should play that Age of Calamity game someday too. Is it on? Oh, that's a good question. Is that like Switch 2 exclusive, or is that like it has like a really crappy Switch 1 port, or is it fine? Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, because that's a Muso game. Let's see, what was it released on? Oh, it just says the original Switch. There's no Switch 2 version, or I think I remember hearing that people were waiting for an actual upgrade version. Because my understanding is it runs better on a Switch 2, but it is for the Switch 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow, it's a really high rating. Even non-Muso fans are wow, every single metric I look at is like a 4.8 out of 5, a 93%. The lowest is like a 4.2 out of 5. It seems like even people who aren't that into it say it looks like people are like, it's not just like hack and slash brainlessness. It's like a story and it's got depth to it too. It's not just slapping Zelda over top of it, which the first one wasn't either, to be fair. So, anyway, with all that yapping being said, I really need to eat and I really need to go. I gotta take some pain meds. Figure out what the cats are doing, and then tomorrow night, remember, we will be playing. I'll put the image up on stream real quick before you leave. I will be playing. That's right. I made an image for it. Pokemon Conquest. That's right. That's Mr. Nobunaga himself right there. What's that guy's name? That Pokemon that's is that Kyurem? What's his name? Is that Kyurem or is that Kyurem? I don't really, you don't understand my relationship with Pokemon. I'm still working my way through the games, right? I didn't play them as they went out. So, I don't know crap about a lot of stuff. I know that's Kyogre and Mewtwo, obviously. Articuno for Mitsuhide. Lady Oichi has a Jigglypuff. I know that from the tutorial. The main character, this might surprise you. You start with an Eevee of all things. The big, I believe that's the black, the one under Nobunaga. He clearly owns it based on the art here, right? I don't know if my mouse, I don't think my mouse is showing up on stream, but I can't really point it out. I just feel like his name is Kyurem because it's not Reshiram. I know who that is. I know who Palkia is. I know them. Zekrom, is that it? Who the hell's Kyurem? Who am I thinking of? Oh, it's Zekrom. Okay. Anyway, we will be playing this tomorrow. And it's not too many people play through it on streams. And I looked up, like, it's very underplayed for how good it's rated. So, playing the tutorial, I was like, oh my god, this is hard to put down. It's really just enjoyable. The whole package, if you're a Koei fan, is huge. And then if you're a Pokemon fan, I'm sure it's going to be very good. But yeah. We'll be playing that tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. So I'll see you guys then. I kind of feel bad that we've been stopping the streams a little early this week. It's an outlier, thank God, that either I don't take a day on or I just have a shorter stream. This used to be a big problem years ago, but now my health is a lot better. The only reason I'm slowing down this week again is because my house had no water for days and I was just doing manual labor for an insane amount of time in cold weather, and it destroyed my bodies. I think that's a fair reason, right? I don't remember if Kyurem's the one from Black 2, White 2. Okay. I haven't played the DS era ones at all. I've only played Gen 1, Gen 2. I started Gen 3 on stream on Twitch, a few badges in, and then no one watched that at all, basically. And I said, never mind, okay. Literally no one wants to see this. To be fair, Twitch was screwing my channel way harder over there, so I don't know if that's fair to say. But it was pretty bad. No one cared to watch that. But people cared to watch the playthrough of Pokemon. Was it Shield that I played through on stream? For some reason, people were more engaged with that one. I was like, okay. I thought Gen 3 would be the one to get the eyeballs, right? And then I played Ultra Sun. That's when I came back to Pokemon. Now, granted, I didn't play Gen 3 when it was out. I only played a little bit of it recently. Then it was Ultra Sun, then Shield, and then Violet. And I beat those. So those 5 I listed I beaten. Gen 3 I didn't beat. I probably fired up... which one did I fire up very brief? Well, no, that's not true. I've been playing through on my own. Is it Shining Pearl Brilliant Diamond or Brilliant Pearl Shining Diamond? I think it's Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, right? I played the Pearl one with Palkia on the cover. I'm like 5 badges into that one, I think. 4? No, 4 of 6 or whatever it is. Or is it 5 of 8? It's one of those. But I just beat the gym leader that's yeah, I beat the weird pink looking lady into the gym where it's like you go up and down a bunch of lift like weird cogs like or like platforms that go up and down. That was really I solved it instantly. I didn't have to like a puzzle. I just went straight to the boss. I don't know why. I just beat him. That's the last I've done of that game. But I've been enjoying it. And I know people are on the fence about that game because like I think people are weird about remakes or the style or something. I don't know. I don't have an opinion because I didn't play the originals, right? Now, if I went back and played the originals and understood what was taken out or added or taken from it, whatever. I'm sure I could see eye to eye with some people, but me personally, I'm playing. I'm like, this is fun. There's good Pokemon variety, which is rare for a lot of Pokemon games because like, it feels like it's so absurdly homogenous in the early game in a lot of Pokemon games where you catch so much. This is a main complaint I have of Pokemon. And I've heard this from actual Pokemon pros where they're like, the problem is that the first half of Pokemon games, you've pretty much solidified a huge chunk of your team that you've committed to. And by the time they introduce stuff that's more interesting, it's so much further in the game that, like, you know, like you're fighting like Starlies for so long. Like, there might be Houndooms in the bush. There might be like your basic grass, normal type flyers. And there's like no diversity for so long. And the diversity gets like a Geodude or a Machop or a Magnemite. Just really like bog standard basic Pokemon that you're so entrenched in what you want to play with that in the level 30 to 40 plus zone you're like, I don't even want to catch that. I've already kind of figured this out. I think that is a big complaint with Pokemon for me personally. But again, you can solve that with randomizer. That's a different thing you don't talk about, right? So, as an official playthrough, it just doesn't feel great. Of course you have your favorites. And I know people always end up playing their favorites in their gens, but I try to I developed that mentality of like, this playthrough, don't play that. Like I just had to stand my ground and not play with the Toxicroak in Pearl. I was like, you always play with that thing because you like it so much. Just one time, put someone else poison in there. Said, okay, wild card. I saw a Skorupi and I caught him. And I said, you're my poison guy. I've never played with the Skorupi. You're my guy. Show me what you got. He's got Toxic. He's got a cool kit. Respect. Respect to that guy because he's doing work for what I need. You know? If you give a Pokemon a chance, it might grow on you, you know? It was like when I got, what's his name, Boltle, the little Bolt dog? I got him in, like, Violet or Shield or whatever. And I was like, oh, another electric dog. And I went, but you know what? I'm going to stick with him. Fun. It was cool. You know, things like that. I like that electric zebra thing, though. I've never really ran into that in whatever game gen that's from. The little electric zebra guy. I thought he was cool looking. I wanted to get him. Things like that. We're just yapping, so. Just Pokemon opinions, right? I'm not a competitive Pokemon guy. I know how it works in competitive, which kind of rips the mask off of how the gameplay can be manipulated too, especially in the main game, but I do my absolute best to not think in terms of just every turn min-maxing, because if I did that to like the recent Pokemon Stadium 2 streams, if I had looked up how to beat the self-destruct teams in the gym tower, it probably would have a lot less headache, but I like to solve the puzzle. Like, my life is Jeopardy, right? I want to figure it out. I don't want to have it spoon-fed. I want to, like, dissect it and figure it out myself. That's why I'm so anti-walkthrough. I used to be so walkthrough, like, absorbed that I just said, I'm not doing that anymore. I want to figure it out. And that also leaves room for finding things out later, replay value. If you play a Final Fantasy game and you find out exactly how to get the secret weapons every time, the ultimate weapons, well, what does that leave you in the future? You might play with a new party, but you know all the tricks. You know how to do it. So I don't know how to get everything in every FF I love. I don't. 10 I do, because I play 10 so much. Like, I know the methods to get them. Not that I do it every time. Hell no. That's a lot of work, right? To get your ultimates. But and same with like getting Yojimbo in 10. It's like I don't get him every time, not even close, but I like to play with him sometimes. Things like that. I just don't want to have it. I don't want the whole mirage ruined for me, or whatever you want to call it. The experience is so much better in a game when you don't have a spoon-fed optimizations, you know? And I like to coach people too with like TCGs or MOBAs whenever they ask me to. And I say, if you're going to play a non-meta character or deck, like I like to do, try a meta character and then play a non-meta, and then I want you to absorb why this guy is not meta compared to this guy, even with a very similar kit. And tell me in your own words, without using a YouTuber, without using a resource, I want you to tell me, like this is a lesson I would really give someone. I want you to tell me in your own written or spoken word, obviously, because we're in a call, what makes these two so fundamentally different? What concepts, right? And I want them to figure it out. I don't want them to look up a clip of Dyrus explaining it or whatever, if it's League or whatever, you know? Like, yeah, Double Lift will tell you why an AD carry is meta. But, like, if you can tell me in your own words, you're learning. You're not repeating, you're not parroting, you're not, well, this is good because this exact scenario that he laid out. And it's like, what does that mean? And they go, well, you know, when you're in the lane and you do this. And I'm like, okay, and how are you weaving off your support? Well, and I go, you know that the AD carry is good, but the thing is you have to learn why, not just in their kit, but like how they weave together with supports, like with the whole Lucy and Nami thing, right? They're so like bread and butter with each other that it's intrinsic. Even in a bad meta, you can make Lucy and Lulu or Lucy and Nami work any day of the week as a League player. But the problem is that if the Nami can't land a bubble and you're not in a voice chat, you can't just expect a win. Now, Lulu is so hands-off and easy to make work with a Lucian that's less dependent on coordination. Mistiming a tidal wave, missing a bubble. You've only got a steroid and a heal at the end of the day if you do that. Lulu's always got a steroid for you, or a speed up, a steroid, a polymorph, a gigantic, make you huge, do everything better, health pool, emergency, either go aggro or be defensive with it. Get out of a bad situation, save a teammate. Why does it make... Anyway, this is a whole other topic. But the point is, if you learn a game, you've done more work than everyone else in the world from looking up Magic the Gathering, meta deck share. Dimir Control is taking over. Vivi, this is this. Is it this? Is it that? And I mean, is it not? Is it? But IZZET. It's a deck format. Blue red, right? And it was terrorizing everyone recently. If you learn, you learn. You're not a net deck junkie. You are a. Wow, this card is interesting. What if I slip this into my deck? It's like one thing I tell all my friends too before we close the stream out. The one thing I leave them with is that, do you know why I run Rest in Peace in every single deck I ever make, whether it makes sense to the deck or not? Because if you play Rest in Peace in Standard or Ranked, and you run against a guy who has any graveyard interaction, if you put down Rest in Peace and he thinks that removing it got rid of it for the whole game, and you have 2 in your deck, granted, you have to have it for this to matter. Rest in Peace makes it so graveyards can't be used at all, and you exile them, and it's like, fuck you, no graveyard play. You've killed the majority of every deck you can think of in so many metas that rely so much on mill, dredge, grave play. Getting things to exile through the graveyard is a big one too. Like the steps to get there. Like playing from there when you're using things like, well, this is different formats, but Eugen and all the planeswalkers, right? If you can stop the flow of a graveyard, you've already cut out so many headaches anyway. Like if you're a white player or you play any kind of thing like Boros or whatever. where like Rest in Peace is so absurdly good. It's like running not Gaia's Cradle, Gaia's Blessing, or is it Cradle? In a green deck when people are like messing with your library. Well, when you discard it or it's removed from there or you play it, you automatically reshuffle your whole graveyard into your deck, so you can't be milled. There's so many preventative things you can slip into a deck that for a net format of just random guys in the internet, they're not ready for that. They're ready to play, here's my combo, it's gonna work. The moment they mess with it, I might have a backup, but I'm gonna fold the moment you mess with my flow. It's just so funny how much it works, right? It people don't expect cards like that in a random guy's deck because it's not in a net deck. They're looking at net decks and they're not seeing it. They might see it sideboarded in X1. They're not expecting it to be mained online. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good night. I yapped for a bit. Oh, I definitely gotta go. Yeah. We will be back with Pokemon Conquest tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I hope to see you there. It is a very good game. I'll leave you with one thing while we end the stream. No. Should I play the tutorial's normal theme of battle? When I sent it to Ref, for example, he went, "Oh wow, I didn't expect that to be a battle theme. Like, that was really good. I was expecting like just generic like whatever." And I went, "No, it's Koei. Koei had the BGM done." No offense to Pokemon at all. I like Pokemon's fighting themes. I do. In fact, I always hated that they changed that old Gen 1 theme in some of the games about like the gym leader battles. It's like that's a really good song. It really encapsulates the toughness of it, right? I'll play it. If you want to hear it, you can hear it. If you don't want to spoil it, it plays in the tutorial mission. So I've been listening to this shit so much. Is it already open in a tab? No. I just go to my history though. Sorry. Where is it? I'll play the theme, and then when the theme's over, we'll bail. So this is called Pokemon Conquest Normal Battle. Just a normal battle, tutorial battle, normal last battle. I believe they named them after the types you're fighting on average, like the leaders. So I heard this in the tutorial and went, wow, this is pretty good. And then I'll say this, at a minute and 11 seconds in, just like all the comments on the video say, they're like, oh, it takes off. Oh, okay. It's got a good build-up. That crushed-ass, like, DS quality, by the way. That compressed DS sound. But cool. Okay. I was actually doing this, playing. I like when they build. Here it comes. This should hit like crack on the re-listen. I was like, this is a tutorial? He's going off already! I was like, damn! And it repeats it. I was like, he didn't repeat it once throughout the whole play. It's this. I was like, it keeps building and building, and then that breakdown at a minute 11, I was like, wow! Like, that's a tutorial song. I'm like, this is gonna be good. If that's your, like, here's how you play the game mission, I'm like, okay, there's me and my Eevee, and then now there's a Jigglypuff. Oh, what the hell? It was really good. I was sold just on the theming, the visuals, the gameplay, and then the music kicked in and I went, what the hell? I'm in the tutorial. This is so good. Damn, what happens in the tutorial? Literally, you just... I'll say what the tutorial is. It's you, obviously. And Lady Oichi joins you with the Jigglypuff, and she goes, here's how you play the game. Right? And you fight against these two guys on a team I won't name. We won't spoil anything beyond that. And they just say, here's how you move, here's how you attack, here's a path. We have secret, or not secret, but like passive abilities, right? You have passive abilities that go off under certain conditions. He explains that. And you basically kill them in one hit each. Like, there's really two inputs after that. And I'm like, why are they going beast mode in the tutorial already? Like, you already sold me on the game. I own the copy. Right? At that point, you don't have to sell me that hard. But remember, the guy who did this OST, now he's a secretive guy. I looked him up. What's his name? Shinichi Nakagawa. I can't remember his full name. I'm sorry. I probably got a different composer. But this dude does like all the music. He did Hyrule Warriors. He does the Samurai Warriors games. Warriors Orochi. This is Koei's guy. He's on the Koei sound team. But he does the side games a lot, and he goes off. And I was like, dang, okay. He either directs, or he either composes or directs it, or both for Koei. And I went, this dude is so good. But he's a very private guy. I found his Twitter. It's a locked account, 200 followers. I hit the follow button to request, and I was like, he's not going to let me in. But, in my defense, I will say this. You might be shocked to hear this. This is a great lead-in. I did that to someone once, and they let me in. And I was like, wait. Why would you let me in on a locked account of a composer who... Why would you lock your account then? You don't know me. It was Josh Mansell, the dude who did the Crash Bandicoot soundtrack before he went public. For years. It was like 5 years before he went public. I just hit request randomly after listening to his music uncompressed on SoundCloud. I said, holy shit, I'd love to message him. Because if you don't know this, I have a history with certain composers where I chat with them. Like Grant Kirkhope, like I banter with him on Twitter sometimes. Because I've talked to him like a few times, like for real. Like I wanted to ask him about the Perfect Dark OSC. I'm like, what is that sound effect you always use between GoldenEye and Perfect Dark? And he's like, oh mate, that's what was that in that piece of kit? That was the sonar sound effect pitched down on this piece of kit. And I went, he doesn't really talk that openly British, but I was like, oh shit, really? And he's like, yep. And you find it in this sample pack, and you do that. I was like, how do you know that after all these years? And he's like, oh, I can do better than that. I have all of it uncompressed on my computer because I bought the OST uncompressed, right? Like the flat copies of Perfect Dark. When they came out, it's one of the only albums I've actually bought that went outside the DJ license time when I got just every song ever made for a flat fee, right? So Grant put out the Perfect Dark OST, and I was like, I gotta support him. He owns the rights to it, so I said, I have to. Yeah, like, I have all of them on my computer in FLAC, right? Because he released them, by the way, on, I think, Bandcamp now? So if you ever want to pick them up, I think it's I don't know if it's a name your price one or a, like, it was like $7 or $8. I just said, okay. Like, I was like, I have to have the soundtrack as best as he can, right? You know what I mean? And I like to reach out to composers because I have a musical background. Like, you've seen my guitar and my bass, and I don't think I have yet, but I haven't shown you my actual, like, house, and I had a dubstep phase. And I was making dubstep, like bro step dubstep and Elwiz style proper two-step influence stuff. But there's a musical background on Yarrow, so I like to reach out to people who make music, and if there's not a big language barrier and I can contact them, I emailed the guy who made the Amnesia: The Dark Descent OST, for example, right? One time, because I said, listen, if I put up a SoundCloud remix of it's called safe_imb09. It's the one of the same room themes, and I remixed it, put a bunch of voice quotes in it, put it to a kind of dubstep-y kind of beat, not aggressive or what you're thinking of, but just the two-step side of it. And I never heard back from him. I don't know. I just put it up anyway. Now it's on private on SoundCloud, but there's some public stuff over there of mine, so. It's all from when I was a teenager, to be fair. So don't expect it ain't mastered, that's for sure. And it was when I was very, very new to it, but it's there. It's cool that he owns the rights. It is very cool to work with anything Nintendo related and actually retain rights, because it's not just Grant Kirkhope. It's also what's his name? David Klinek or Klein. What the hell was his name? Because there's Grant Kirkhope and then Graham Norgate and David Klinek also did songs, because Grant sometimes gets misattributed to doing all of them. So like Chicago Stealth is him. The one that a lot of people would probably want to know is like, okay, who did the really influential one? Not that. What was the one? No. What's the one that really had a huge influence? Just like, I think it's this one. Grant did one of the two most influential songs off this and the GoldenEye soundtrack were him, because they both revolved around pushing forward. The original trap beat can be traced to the GoldenEye pause theme, as a lot of people know the watch theme, for example. It played such a gigantic influence that 3-6 Mafia said like it was fundamental to them that he made that, right? And that was a huge honor. He was like, I didn't think it was that important, right? But Carrington Institute actually has a huge role in that regard too. Because, you know, with GoldenEye 007 and Perfect Dark, one of the main things they set out to do was to make beats that were like really futuristic, like really like, they just sound good. And they're like, we don't have to worry about a constraint. We want to make it sound futuristic. And they nailed it in a weird way, in that like a lot of trap fundamentals came from a lot of things that they were working on. And it's weird to think about that stuff, right? Not to say that they're inherently the only things. That's not how music works at all. But like the takeoff here is a huge influence. Like mixing in, it's not a two-step, but it's definitely, I'm sure you understand what's going on. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. But yeah, he didn't do all of them, is what I wanted to get at. Like Alien Conflict and Mayan Tears, which are some of my favorites. That's not Grant. That's David Klinek or Kleinek. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Like this one, the famous one. And Mayan Tears, which this song, I'll say, put on Mayan Tears in the best quality you can find it. If you own a subwoofer, and turn it up and just see what happens to your subwoofer. I've always said that about this song. Because I'm like, you can listen to it on shitty headphones or a phone, but you'll never understand it until you crank this and hear this. This shit blows you away. It's really mastered well. This shit vibrates my head. Oh my god. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was just so much there. Anyway, I'm just so happy about yapping about music, I think. That, I forgot the fact that I really do need to go. And I have to take my meds, because you can hear me, my voice gets like that. You can kind of tell I'm in a lot of pain, so. Let's wrap it up before I keep yapping. Nice 45 minutes of yap. I think it's fun though. It's very, I know I reference it. It's very Germa-esque. It's very other stream. I like sitting around and just chatting when we can actually chat. So anyway, you guys have a good night. Tomorrow night, Pokemon Conquest will be played. And you will hear this beautiful song in your ears. Have a good night. Stay cool. This is Pokemon Conquest Normal Battle Theme. Good night. 10 p.m. Eastern.